Hey, it's Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. Now, I was looking for fun ways to tell you that Mint's offer of unlimited premium wireless for $15 a month is back. So I thought it would be fun if we made $15 bills. But it turns out that's very illegal. So there goes my big idea for the commercial. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. New customer offer for first 3 months only. Speed slow after 35 gigabytes if network's busy. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.
Menopausal and perimenopausal women, listen up. It's time to take control of your health and comfort, and Winona is here to help. Winona is a telemedicine company for menopause care who believes that your symptoms are real, important, and deserve to be taken seriously. And for many women, this starts with hormone replacement therapy. Winona's HRT is made with plant-based, bioidentical hormones rather than synthetic ones, so it better aligns with your body to offer relief from hot flashes, weight gain, and other uncomfortable symptoms. 80% of women who use Winona find relief within just 90 days. So, what are you waiting for? Get started today. Visit buywinona.com today to start your free visit. With free shipping and the ability to pause or cancel at any time, your path to wellness has zero obligations. Use code SPRING24 at buywinona.com for 25% off your first treatment plan. That's BYWINONA.com for 25% off. Winona. Menopause care made easy. Summer is the season of hot temperatures, outdoor adventures, and refreshing water activities. Summer is also the season of rough on your feet, causing dry, cracked heels and toes. Introducing Babyfoot, the original exfoliation foot peel that contains 16 natural extracts formulated to remove dead skin cells in 3 easy steps. Apply the booties, relax for an hour, then wash your feet. In 14 days, you've got baby smooth skin and your feet have never been softer. Letting dead skin cells build up over time is hazardous to your foot health. Our professional-grade DIY products, like our original exfoliation foot peel, our men's foot peel, or our moisturizing mask, are some of the best foot care products on the market, created with your foot health in mind. Pamper yourself with a spa day from the comfort and convenience of your own home with Babyfoot. If you want a chemical-free, easy-to-use exfoliating process from the company that created the original foot peel, it's time to treat yourself to Babyfoot. Go to babyfoot.com and use the code SUMMERFEET24 and get 20% off your first order with Babyfoot. That's babyfoot.com and use the code SUMMERFEET24.
Hello, ho, 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 and welcome to Too Stupid to Live, a podcast that reviews romance novels $5 and under. I'm your host, Becky Feldman, and my goodness, can you believe that this is the final episode of 2023? I'm not gonna lie. 2023 felt like it was 5 years long, but at the same time, I guess it went by fast. I don't know. I'm truly at this point where, like, I don't even know what time is anymore, but, like, who cares? Let's just enjoy the things that are enjoyable. And, you know, with TSTL this year, I sure did. We had a sexy, fantastical, intergalactical year. And I am so excited to be able to end 2023 with an amazing book and a hilarious return guest. So today's book is a paranormal holiday romance where the hero is a shifter. But in this book, he shifts not into a wolf or a bear or a dragon, but a caribou. And, you know, before this book, my only understanding of caribou is like that song from the Pixies, which is a song. It's music. It's not an animal. So needless to say, I am very grateful I got to experience this book. Today, my guests and I are reviewing Caribou's Gift by Eve Langlais. Now, when I previously looked online, the price for this book was $2.99. But at the time of this record, this book is currently on sale. So at this moment, it is 99 cents. So if it is December 2023, for you, as you listen to this, now is a good time to get the book. Treat yourself. Get a Caribou's Gift for yourself. And I am so excited about my guest today. My friend Jordan Morris is returning to the show. He's a writer and podcaster and has a new graphic novel coming out called Youth Group, which is currently available for pre-order. You can check out the show notes or the episode page at tstlpodcast.com for a link. We had, dare I say, a jolly time talking about this book. So please enjoy this review of Caribou's Gift. Oh my goodness. Jordan Morris, welcome back.
Hi, happy happy horny holidays to you, Becky. Happy horny holidays to all the listeners out there.
Happy horny holidays in more ways than one.
Yes.
Because the book, oh wait, it's antlers. Are antlers horns? Oh man, I already messed this up.
No, I think it works. I think it works.
Okay.
I think in the case of this book,
Mm-hmm.
I think, horny works for, the content, because it's sexually charged, but
Yes.
also our main, boy, I have a question as to what our main character is, but he is at least part caribou.
Yes.
And yeah, and I think technically they would be antlers, but antlers are kinds of horns, so I think the horny double entendre works great here.
Okay, perfect. I'm so glad about this. My first question for you is, how has your life improved for the better since first appearing on this podcast, Too Stupid to Live?
It's been a wild ride since I've been on. I can't go out in public anymore. I just get mobbed.
Sorry about
so
that.
No, that's okay. And I asked for it. When I agreed to be on the show, I kind of knew what I was getting into. I wanted to take that next step in my career, and I think every time, my privacy has, kind of taken a hit, but I just love the fans. I love them, and I just, anytime that the two stupid heads want to, go through my garbage or, try and knock me down at the grocery store, it's fine. I do it. This is why we do it. We do it for them, and however they want to, mob me in public, that's, comes to the territory.
Yeah. I mean, I see a lot of parallels. I just finished Britney Spears' autobiography, and I just see a lot of parallels between what you're saying and what she said.
Right. I mean, I'm a one-time guest.
Yes.
I can't imagine what you must get as the host of the show. Oh my gosh.
Oh, people just tell me to shut up. They're just like, stop
We're here for the guests.
Yeah, they just care about the guests.
We love guests. Hosts, not so much.
No. They But what's funny is that I remember when you were first on, my mom sent me this text that she was in love with you. So this is also technically a Hanukkah present for my mom.
Well, hello, Mrs. Feldman. Hope you're having a very happy Hanukkah.
Okay. Yeah, she sure is.
May the oil in your lamp overflow. I don't know. Maybe I'm.
That's in the Torah. Yeah,
Is that good?
Yeah, you're quoting actual Torah script. It's pretty good. So you have a book coming out. This is exciting.
Yes.
Talk to us about it.
I would love to. It is called Youth Group. It is a YA horror comedy graphic novel. Script by me, art by a great artist named Bowen McGurty, whose work people might recognize from the great YA series Spectre Inspectors, or some of their work on Marvel Comics. Bowen's super genius, super fun to work with, and Youth Group is the story of a bunch of goofy teenage exorcists. It's set in the 90s in my hometown of Orange County, California. The characters are all part of a one of those goofy Bible studies where, the youth pastor has tattoo sleeves and, sits backwards on the chair and tells you about a cool guy named JC who knows what modern teens are going through. So it's kind of set in one of those, and the characters have to actually do exorcisms and fight demons. And they laugh. They form friendships. They, there might be a little bit of romance. I don't know. Maybe that's a spoiler, but So it's a ton of fun to do. I'm super happy with how it turned out, and it's coming out next year. Pre-orders up now.
That is very exciting. I'm very excited for you. I have a question.
Yes.
Did you do youth group growing up? Is this based on your experience? I know you. Well, did you do exorcisms? Is my question. Maybe that's my real question.
I did do exorcisms, but they were a-religious exorcisms. They were secular exorcisms.
Oh, good. I really appreciate that. Yeah.
So I just pulled out the demon, in the name of Mother Earth or
Gaia. Yeah, beautiful.
The energy that exists between humans. So I did. I grew up in one of these things, and it was just a funny, goofy little world that I don't think I've ever seen depicted well in media. Like it's these things are, I think they're kind of commonplace these days. I had a very specific goofy one with a lot of like Southern California specifics, like dudes with frosted tips who surfed and stuff like that. So yeah, it always just seemed to me like it was a funny little weird world that would be a good place to set some comedy. And yeah, I always kind of had that in the back of my mind. And then, I saw a news report a couple years ago that like exorcisms were on the rise. Like people just in 2016 were just doing a bunch of exorcisms, and there was this like viral video of these like teens doing an exorcism like on a Starbucks patio. It's like kind of crazy and scary.
Yeah.
So yeah, that kind of like got the wheels turning and got me to kind of like mash up these two things. And yeah, I kind of just like filled out the little world with characters from my life. And then, and then when Bowen came on, I kind of like, wrote the rest of the script with kind of like their style in mind, and it was and it really came together nice. I'm super excited about it. It's like a weirdly personal story. It's like about demon fighting and stuff like that. But like when I read it back, because you have to kind of do a bunch of spot checks of this before it comes out. I'm like, oh wow, this is personal. This is like this is like me reflecting. And it is like very very jokey, and there's like demons and magic and stuff like that, but it's like, oh wow, there's a lot of my like childhood in here.
Sure, yeah. So like how much research did you have to do? Like did you do Exorcist research to create this, or
I watched all the Exorcist movies, even the weird sequels and prequels.
Sure.
Some of the sequels hold up pretty good. I kind of liked some of the sequels.
I think I've seen the second one.
Yeah, the second one is pretty bonkers, but in a very very fun kind of cokey 80s way. So I watched. So no, I didn't like attend exorcisms. There are like
let you audit exorcisms, like okay.
I'm just gonna sit in. Don't mind me. I'm just over here with my
taking notes.
Little notepad. Oh, okay. So your mother sucks cocks in hell. Interesting. Okay, cool. Okay. The line from The Exorcist. People know that.
They do,
I'm not just being gross.
No. They know that, and they're gonna sue you. But no, go ahead.
Oh.
Yeah. The devil.
William
is gonna
Friedkin
sue you.
Estate is after me. So I did not like do a ton of exorcism research. I did like, I think we start out following these characters who are like part of a Christian evangelical church, but we gradually through the story add characters of other faiths. So there were some that I like didn't have as much experience with. Like there are some Wiccan characters in it, and I, that's not something I've had a lot of firsthand experience with. So I, kind of read up on, on those like practices. I didn't want them to be super jokey or seem like they were, sketch characters or something. So I tried to like have some truth and some accuracy when I was like, writing about them. And so no, it was mostly watching movies.
I mean, that's so fun, though. That's
fun. It is fun to watch movies.
It is, like, cool to hear you talk about, like, this youth group kind of culture. Because, like, I went to Jewish sleepaway camp, and it wasn't, like, youth group. But there is the same kind of idea of, like, the cool counselor who was, like, had a lot of earrings. And they wore Birkenstocks. And they listened to Fish and loved The Who, And it was, like, the whole scene. I think it's like that in, like, every religion of, like, the cool people.
I do think so. I think it definitely transcends faith. I think that like, I think that like churches know they need young people. Like young people are zealous. They're enthusiastic. So like having them, in your ranks is important. And, older members die off and stuff. So you need to replenish. So yeah, it does seem like every faith has a way of like roping in the young people. And it usually involves like, a cool 20-something with Birkenstocks who likes fish or, something similar.
It's really beautiful. It's like, thinking about it is quite beautiful.
It is.
So this is YA. And like you're writing characters that like, I feel like that age is your most fragile. You know what I mean? Like you're
Yeah,
your most
sure.
emotionally fragile, like at that age. Like what kind of like interesting challenges did you face with like creating the character and stuff?
Yeah, I think I like definitely had to go back and like try and like dredge up those old teen feelings.
Yeah.
And you know, I think the main character has a lot of stuff like going on with her parents, and I kind of had to think about like, how did I feel about my parents at that age?
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I think that like there's the character of the mopey teen, right? Like there's the character of the mopey teen that you see in media and like, you know, sketch comedy or something,
Mm-hmm.
and the teen is their mopiness and their hyper emotionality is like played as a joke, and I don't know, I think I didn't want that to be a joke. Like I wanted to you know kind of walk the tightrope of her like having big teen feelings but not making them like punchlines, you know, like wham I'm gonna go like write poetry because, you know, whatever, I didn't get asked to the dance. So I kind of wanted to avoid that stuff, but also I don't know, yeah, to kind of simultaneously acknowledge that like teens are very emotional and it's an emotionally fraught time, but also not sell them out, you know, not make it seem like it's weird to have those because your hormones make you have them. It's natural. Like
Yeah.
so yeah, I think that those are some of the things I was thinking about when I was writing the character.
That's awesome. Okay, and so remind us of your release date and how we can find it.
Yes, Youth Group. It is out. It is out July 16th of next year. Seems like a little bit of a long way off, but it's going to be here before you know it. And I think we got a lot of readers listening, and I'm sure you know those pre-orders super important for books. Yeah, if it you know, it sells out, you make sure to get a copy, and also, you know, helps the book, helps the publisher know how much to, you know, promote something, and you know whether or not to give more book deals to the creators. So
Fingers crossed.
yes,
Fingers
yeah,
crossed.
yeah.
Yes.
So if it sounds like something that you're into and you're excited about, please check it out and please consider giving it a pre-order at Amazon, Barnes & Noble, or better yet, your local indie bookstore. bit.ly/youthgroupbook is a link you can go to, and you can see the cover, you can see a little bit of art. You got all your pre-order links right there. bit.ly/youthgroupbook.
Awesome. This is so exciting. I read the preview of it. I think it's so funny. I love the art. So I'm really, really excited for it to come out. And
thanks, yeah.
There's a lot of crossover between romance readers and YA readers, you know, and so
Yeah,
I think
so
it's
too.
exciting. Yeah. Hi, everyone. Just taking a quick break to talk about today's sponsor, Smart Labels. Look, as I record this, it's just days before Christmas. And I know your brain, you're in vacation mode. You're not thinking about post-holidays, that time when you're taking down your Christmas decorations and going back to work and back to your everyday responsibilities. But here's the thing. You can make 2024 easier on yourself starting now with Smart Labels QR code stickers. This easy system helps you manage your belongings, whether it's putting your holiday decorations back in storage or cataloging inventory for your small business. So unless you're the person who's been keeping their Halloween decorations up all year round since 1974, get Smart Labels. It's a simple and straightforward way to keep track of your stuff, especially the stuff you only use like once a year, like holiday decorations or camping gear, or for me, sneakers. All you need to do is buy a pack of Smart Labels and download the accompanying app. Put a Smart Labels QR code sticker on the storage bin and the app will catalog it for you. Then, when you're looking for that item later, all you need to do is check your phone. The Smart Labels app will tell you where the item is, and it will save you a ton of time and a ton of energy. To get started with Smart Labels, please check out the show notes or visit the episode page at tstlpodcast.com. And now, back to the show. Okay, now we gotta switch gears.
We'll have to wildly pivot.
We have to wildly pivot from, beautiful teenage coming of age stories to just stories that are like what I think is the true meaning of Christmas.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to read a quick, I wanted to write a synopsis, but I ended up writing my version of a Night Before Christmas poem. So, okay. So I wrote this 5 minutes ago. So this is not.
No. Here, I'll get into the headspace. I'll try
Okay.
and smell the crackling log on the fire and the gingerbread and the whatever.
Perfect. Okay. So the book we are reviewing is a paranormal shifter romance called Caribou's Gift by Eve Langlais, which is currently $2.99. Okay. 'Twas days
Bargain
before.
At twice the price.
'Twas the day before the Christmas parade in Kodiak Point when Rudolph decided to blow the joint. Single mom Crystal, who is running the show, needs a resident to don that nose that glows. For her daughter, a perfect Rudolph would be a mood lifter, so why not ask Kyle, the sexy Caribou shifter? But Kyle is way too manly to let down his guard, despite the fact that Crystal makes him instantly hard. When it comes to this parade, these two buff heads, all while they daydream of getting it on in bed. So will Kyle put aside his ego and play a reindeer? Sometimes a chance at love starts with some Christmas cheer.
Very good. Beautiful. I'm snapping. Insert snapping here. There you go.
Thank you so much, Jordan.
Yes.
I showed you this title. What did you first think when I was like, how about wear caribous?
Oh, yes. I didn't know that was an animal that could wear. I've heard of werewolves, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I've encountered some werebears in fiction. But I had never thought about a caribou as being something that could wear. So that was really exciting. And yeah, I mean, you got to really cut Hunk on the cover. Oh my gosh, this Hunk.
He's hunky.
He's hunky. And yeah, I was excited. And definitely the fact that it had a seasonal theme, that was really exciting. We're recording this kind of close to the holiday season, so that was great. Yeah, I couldn't wait to dive in, and it didn't disappoint.
Yeah, I learned recently a caribou is reindeer, right? I didn't know that they were the same.
Oh, I think I'm just learning that now from you.
Thank God, because I was like reading it and I was like, is it like he turns into a caribou and they the sexy guy, they need Rudolph. And I thought is he insulted that they're going to put reindeer on him when he
Right.
shifts into a deer, a big hunky deer monster predator kind of thing.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that no one really morphs into a cute animal, like a cute bunny or whatever. And so I thought that was it. But then I was like, what is a caribou?
Yes.
Turns out it's a reindeer.
So I want to ask you this before we go any further.
Yes.
How were you envisioning our main character? Because you learned kind of late in the book that he's called a shifter. I think this is a book in a series, so maybe that's just something people know.
Yeah.
And he seems to be treated as a human, but sometimes changes. Were you seeing him as a full human who just changes into a caribou reindeer, or were you seeing him as a human with some caribou features?
That is a great question, because this is what was interesting is that I usually with werewolves or bears when I read shifter books, I just picture them, they're human, I picture them human all the time. But then I thought these horns and the antlers are a very interesting addition that I haven't read before. And I was like, is his hair styled?
Oh, that's interesting. That would be
what I thought.
That's a fun way into it. Because yeah, it seems like he talks about his antlers a lot, but people don't treat him like he's a hybrid. But maybe the world is full of hybrids, but they keep themselves a secret. I think I was probably overthinking it, but it's just he's a horny reindeer and he's here to fuck.
Right. But you're not, because I think this world is I really like this because it feels like this town of Kodiak Point is where
Yes.
if you're a shifter, it's weird to live in the real world,
Okay.
You're shifting into you have this secret, you want to go, you want to be in a place with people who have your similar experiences. Even if they shift into different animals, you move to Kodiak Point.
Okay.
And it is just this thing of finding this is the theme of found family.
Found
you know what
family.
I mean?
Yes, so important. Yes, millennials, found family. Yes, chosen family.
Exactly.
These are big themes, big important themes. Yes,
Really big themes.
Yeah. Okay. So that makes a ton of sense to me. And yeah, and if there was just some little blurb at the beginning, like, Kodiak Point is a hidden valley where shifters can be them. That would have been
Agreed.
helpful. But again, I'm a noob. This isn't necessarily for me. So
Yeah, but I mean, I agree. Like, I feel like, because like I was like, they sometimes refer to like there's this guy in charge who I'm assuming is like the mayor of Kodiak Point called Reed, right? Like they mention him, and they refer to like his pack as the clan, and sometimes it was Kodiak Point, and it was like kind of interchangeable. So I was like, well, what is this? Is this a family or a compound, or is it like a cute like Hallmark movie style? Do you know what I mean? Like Christmas Town or whatever. Right. It was confusing. I get that. Yeah.
But yeah, so I think this is good, and I do like the idea of him not having actual horns, but having like horned hair.
Yes. Yeah. Or just like something where it's like, because like it's interesting because it's like if you were to move to to Kodiak Point and like you move in, you meet your new neighbors, like is the first question like, hey, I just moved from Los Angeles, what animal do you change into? Oh,
right.
Like, what's the get to know you question?
Walrus, interesting, cool, yeah, great. I went to high school with a walrus. Oh, interesting. What's their name?
Exactly. Or do we just know? Like, I look like when you like I see like you do shifters know like, oh, that might be a human right now, but that's a walrus, that's a dolphin, that's a pony.
Right.
Like it's like that I wanted to know.
And and I wonder. So when our main character sees our female lead, who is a were-cougar, right?
Correct. Yes.
I wonder if he knows that off the top. If he knows that, like, oh, what will she turn into, or is that like a wedding night surprise? Like, ooh, what's underneath the human skin?
Yeah, it's I want to know. Yeah, it's interesting because like it felt like I forgot that they shifted into other animals at times. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
all the time.
It's kind of easy to forget, and especially when you think of like our character. One of the things we know about him is he's a war veteran.
Yes,
and I think he was in like a platoon with other shifters, right? Like there's this whole other book where shapeshifters go to war. Maybe a totally different genre.
Yeah, there's like this whole world, and it's also it was so silly, but it's also kind of what I loved about this is like I don't like what like fine, he was fighting in Iraq as a Caribou. I don't care. Is he playing Rudolph?
Yes, right. But that's what we need to get down to. Who's going to play Rudolph in the big town Christmas parade? No one will do it. The parade will be ruined. The cougar's daughter is obsessed with Rudolph.
She
talks about Rudolph all the time.
Yeah, like if he doesn't play Rudolph, Christmas is canceled, which is interesting.
Yes.
Because were you obsessed with Rudolph? Like, is Rudolph like a figure, like a Santa Claus style figure, or like, or is like no one cares?
I mean, Rudolph is fun, and actually, I was flipping around the TV the other day and caught a little bit of that Rankin Bass Rudolph special on TV. That's a lot of fun. That was like a perennial Christmas favorite you always put on around the house. But like, yeah, I don't think you were like excited about Rudolph. Like he's there to get Santa from point A to point B. Santa delivers the presents. But yeah, I guess, and it's not someone you. I guess if you go to the parade, you see him. And maybe I'm not understanding what a big deal the parade was to this town. But yeah, the kid being obsessed with Rudolph seemed just like, all right, we got to convince this guy to do it somehow. Let's just have the most hyper fixated Rudolph kid in the world. And I guess, and kids fixate on weird things. So
sure, I get that. Yeah, that's understandable. I get that. But it was like, oh, Christmas would be ruined forever.
Yes.
And I was kind of confused because it's like, there's 8 reindeer, and she needed Kyle to like be the Rudolph of 7 reindeer. So there's other caribou or what? Like I was very confused.
Yeah, I know. It's like, okay, if it's so important to have Rudolph, maybe just like graduate Blitzen to Rudolph, right?
Yes.
And maybe there's some little Blitzen freaks out there. Maybe there's just some kids who are like, I can't, mommy, where's Blitzen? And if Blitzen doesn't show up, that family's Christmas is ruined. But it seems less likely. It seems like you could just, like having an understudy in a play. Like if, okay, our Rudolph can't do it, we're calling up Donner, we're calling up Dasher to Rudolph, and that seems like that would be fine, but apparently not.
Yeah, apparently not. I found it hard to like understand Kyle's perspective because he was like, I'm not doing this. I am a caribou. Right. I'm a man caribou. Mm-hmm. And I think like as performers, like and knowing kids in our lives and how easily upset they get, and the holidays. Why was he putting up such a fight? Like I just like couldn't. I was like just I don't know. He was being a big pain in the ass.
He was, and he's talking about like, oh, I would if anyone laughed at me at the parade, I would fight them, and he's like, I would, he said stuff like, I would like talk to them with my fists. Like he really internally monologues a lot about how he would beat the shit out of someone if they laughed at him.
Yeah.
And maybe a commentary on veteran mental health. I don't know, but
they could be, because they do like the way he thinks in missions, and I was like, that's interesting.
Yeah, that comes up like halfway through the book. He does not do that for the first half of the book. There's a couple things like that where he thinks and talks in mission. He's like, mission 1, get those tight jeans off of that cougar's butt. Mm-hmm. And I'm doing the impression of the audiobook narrator there.
Oh my God, he was, I listened to the audiobook.
Wild performance.
I thought it was AI at first, and then I was
too.
Like, oh, okay, I'm glad I'm not the only one.
Yeah, it had an AI-y quality to it, and I did not look up the actor, so
I didn't either.
Perhaps.
Yeah, it could have been.
But yeah, it's like, it has the quality of like when Liam Neeson has to put on an American accent and cannot do it. No. It has that kind of these consonants. Or like when your dad would try and do a John Wayne impression.
Yes, it was so off-putting, and like especially like when you're narrating like a romance or erotica, like you need a voice. You need a sultry, sexy voice. Mm-hmm. And this just felt like a science teacher like reading.
Yeah, it did kind of seem clinical.
Mm-hmm.
It is weird. It's just not really. I don't think it didn't hamper my enjoyment of the book, which I enjoyed very much. But it is weird.
Yeah, it was weird. Yeah. Okay, so this guy thinks in missions.
Yes.
That's what we were talking. It was, but we don't realize like he does it like to like a compulsive extent. We don't realize that until like halfway through when he like explains to her like, I think in missions.
We also kind of learn late that he's like a tech whiz and like sets up everybody's TV in town.
Yes, they call it like he's like, I do the electronics for the clan or whatever. And I was like, it sounds like he works at Radio Shack.
Yeah. There's and I don't know anything about this author, but I am imagining someone not unlike my mom or my mom's friends about that age and vibe.
Yes.
And so like, doesn't your mom always need your help to set up a new electronic device?
Oh, I like will get a panic call of like, my Kindle's not working. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
Right. What's the Roku channel? And so yeah, I did think about it like what would someone from our mom's demographic find really sexy? A guy who comes over and sets up the TV. Make sure you can record wheel.
Yeah. It was just like funny because like there was like one point where like there's like the backstory and like Reed is like his actual line like sounds like I was like, is this supposed to be a sexy man? Because like the actual like dialogue sounded like, oh, the electronics, I don't understand that
Right.
junk. And I'm like, this sounds like a mom. This
All these
reads like a mom.
gizmos and gadgets with the bits and bytes. I don't even know. I can't keep them straight.
That's exactly what it was. And I was like,
There's also a pull where, so he is supposed to be a bad boy.
mm-hmm.
And one of his bad boy details is that he wears hair metal rock band T-shirts, and I like that. You know, this guy who has just come back from war and is, you know, probably in his 20s.
Yeah.
Like the author's pull for bad boy stuff was, oh yeah, this guy's got a Motley Crue shirt. This guy's got a Rat T-shirt.
Oh, yeah.
I like that hair metal was the pull for that.
I also want to add to this is that when he first sees Crystal, like his dialogue or like his internal dialogue, he literally says hubba hubba.
Yeah, yowza. he does say hubba hubba.
And I was like, I love who's writing this book. I like love.
Yeah,
I love.
me
I
too.
love this. This is not like how anyone thinks. This is not. I love
Yeah.
this.
I here's a question I had.
Yeah.
On the topic of him seeing and describing the female main character, Crystal.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't read a ton of these. You do. This is your zone. I was surprised, not like scandalized at all, but just I thought it was interesting how much the main character and the book like kind of ogled that female main character. They really talk about her like boobs and butt a lot. I don't know. It just strikes me. It's like something I did not expect to be in here was all of that. Is that like common?
Yeah. Like this is what I think because usually like it is common, you know, when the guy sees a girl and like, you know, has like fantasies or like, you know, is like, oh, she's beautiful. But like to the extent of like the language that was used in this book, like I feel like it was language that was like, look at that, like those jugs on her, you know what I mean? And it's like, whoa, okay, like I think that was an attempt at like how his brain works. Like, oh, he's this macho guy, so he's like tits, ass, blah blah blah. Whereas like, I don't know, like maybe in other books, like when you see like when the guy like sees the woman for the first time, it's like, you know, it's a little more. The ones I like are like a little more like he was entranced by the way she. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
yeah. That's what I expected. I expected a little more of that, to be a little more poetic, a little bit more about, you know, whatever, how they move or their, you know, their air or the way that, you know, the dress hung off. Or
yes.
But this was about like he wanted to put his face between those tits.
Yes, it was like I felt like I was like this was like written during like a monster truck rally. You know?
Yeah. Sunday, I'm gonna fondle those giant bazooms.
This message is sponsored by Greenlight. With school out, summer is the perfect time to teach our kids real-world money skills they'll use forever. Greenlight is a debit card and the #1 family finance and safety app used by millions of families, helping kids learn how to save, invest, and spend wisely. Parents can send their kids money and track their spending and saving, while kids build money confidence and skills in fun ways. Start your risk-free Greenlight trial today at greenlight.com/Spotify. That's greenlight.com/Spotify.
It's pretty wild.
It's
and
wild.
I don't know. There's something fun about that, right? Like it's like, hey, everybody's here, everybody's good looking, everybody's horny. We're all just, you know. It was unusual, but it was kind of fun. It was,
and she's equally as horny. Like when you get to her, she is thinking, you know, scandalous thoughts, like making like blowjob jokes to herself in her head, you know, like she's everyone's horny. Everyone is horny. And I really like that about this book. So a big part of the plot is like the guy Kyle, he forms a bond with Gigi, this Rudolph obsessed 5-year-old.
Right.
And I think like, you know, it's like, oh, kind of attractive for a straight female to see like a protective man and the daughter. You know what I mean? There was like that plot point. What did you think of like that kind of relationship?
Yeah, I thought it was sweet. And yeah, but definitely like you know, I don't know how productive it is when you're reading these to like think about the author and the audience. But yeah,
Right.
I was thinking about that in the same way that I was thinking about the detail about how good he is at hooking up TVs. Like what can we do? I know the audience. I know what gets them there.
Mm-hmm.
And it's being good with electronics and immediately falling in love with a little girl as soon as he sees her and wanting to be her dad basically immediately.
Yes. He like there was this checklist and like everything was checked. It was done like crazy and haphazardly, but it was checked, you know, like
Sure.
we got the protector kind of guy. We got the, you know, he fixes the TV kind of guy, you know, and it's like, okay, this is great. He instant bond with Gigi, calling her
Yeah.
sweetie. It was honestly, it was heartfult, and I can see the
was.
appeal. I can see
Totally.
the appeal.
Oh, sure. Yeah, he like gets her like expensive Christmas presents. Yeah, it's adorable.
It's so adorable. One thing that I did not find adorable, and this is going back to the narrator, is I don't like how the narrator did her voice.
Yeah. that was rough. Yeah, not our narrator, not a man of 1,000 voices.
Definitely not. Like, she had like a lisp. Well, first of all, like everything that this kid said was cute, and like
Sure, yeah.
you know, so it's like, okay, first, like, and that annoys me as someone who was a huge asshole growing up. Like, I was, like, I had tantrums, I said shitty things, like, I want kids to be like that, but no,
Yeah.
everything she says is cute.
It's either about Rudolph or like, you know, Mommy, I think I just met a prince. It's like talking about the main character. Is he a real prince and are you a queen? Like it.
Yeah. Or she'll say
Or
something
about Rudolph.
Or about Rudolph, or like, I hate bullies, and like, you know, and it's
Yeah.
like, oh, and then it makes you think like, oh, the mind of a child. Shouldn't we all think
if
like
only,
that?
If only we all thought so simply. Mommy, why don't the politicians just love each other?
That's exactly what it was.
That's so true. Yes, why don't they?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And just
it
like, you're
was all
right.
that.
And then we fix government, you know, like that's how,
Yes.
yeah. Okay. So we also have this like side character of Malcolm, which he's like Crystal's ex-boyfriend.
Yes.
Who's like following her, and he's basically the reason she comes to Kodiak Point to like seek safety, to be away from him.
And he's a wolf or a coyote, right?
I didn't know what he was, but
Okay.
I thought he was a bear, but I could have been wrong.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I think you're right. I think he was like a wolf, like a big bad wolf. He was like
Yeah,
big,
sure.
bad
That's
wolf.
yeah. That's you know, on the nose to the degree you would expect. Sure.
Sure. Yeah. And so he's like after her. And so given that this is a novella, it's only like 100 and however many pages long. This is a quick, fast read, you know, so you don't really have a lot of like everything is there, but you don't have like the slow development that you would get with like a longer version of this, which I would have read, you know.
Sure, yeah. Let's hear about the, you know, Kodiak Point local government. Like how do we fund the Christmas parade? What's the zoning like?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I would like, you know, like who's the town gossip? Like who like makes the best you know what I mean? Like I would want like kind of like a Gilmore Girls episode.
Yeah. Let's see Kyle set up a sound bar.
Yeah. Right? Or like, you know, all of them like drinking too much coffee or whatever. I don't know.
That'd be great.
But like it does seem like it was like far away from everything because like there was a part like in this thing he's like starting to feel bad because like he's like, oh, I'm not playing Rudolph, but Gigi's so cute, I'm so attracted to her, like I'm just gonna like be a really nice guy, but I'm not doing the parade.
Right.
So he agrees to drive them to Walmart.
He drives
Great.
them to Walmart. They go to McDonald's, and he gets a salad because he's a vegetarian.
Now, what did you think of that development? I thought that was interesting.
Curveball. We got this masculine guy, this man's man. You think this guy's gonna chomp down a couple of Big Macs while he's at McDonald's. No, he gets a salad.
He gets a McDonald's salad. Granted, he gets multiple McDonald's salads.
Oh yeah.
So that was manly. But
Does McDonald's have salads anymore?
I think they do. Yes.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't go to McDonald's for the salad though. Like who does that?
Yeah, wear Caribou's, I guess.
Fair. And then I was like, are Caribou's vegetarian? Like, or do they eat? And I didn't know. I went on the Wikipedia page for Caribou, but then I got like bored and I didn't really find.
Doesn't seem like a great Wikipedia page.
Yeah, like they didn't really find the answer. It seems like they they do mostly eat plants, but they do eat each other's like horn or like antlers when they're shedding if they need some protein.
Okay. That would have been a good scene in the book for a longer book.
Thank you. I want him to like be like, hey, my antlers are shedding and I eat it. And she's like, hubba, hubba.
Hubba, yowza, I got something you can eat.
And just like the hearts come out of her eyes like,
wow. Yeah, everyone just turns into a Tex Avery cartoon.
Exactly. Yeah, I loved it. Okay, so we have like he has like this confrontation with Malcolm, and like there's that scene where like there's also this kind of like theme of he's her knight and he's saving her, and he saves her from like he like kicks Malcolm's ass.
There's like a little action scene that's a little more like treacherous than I thought would be in this book. It's definitely like a little more intense. You know, the kid's in danger. She is Malcolm's kid, right? Like she is.
That I thought she wasn't, and I just thought Malcolm was like just a jealous.
Oh, interesting. Right? I guess I thought
it could have been.
She was his kid, but also I guess I also found myself asking, what does Gigi turn into, if anything, and will that enter into this? Will she like turn into a little, crab or something and pinch him? I don't know.
Yeah, I wanted to know that too. Like, and like if you're a shifter, like. If you're like, let's say, like, is cougar shifting genetic? Like, do you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, do you know what I mean? Like, is it like, is it just a general gene and it's like only like time will determine what animal you'll turn into? Or are you like growing up thinking, I'm going to be a huge cougar one day?
Yeah. Yeah, is it X-Men rules? Do you like get it when you're a teenager? I don't know. Again, maybe this is like covered in other books, but
I'm sure it is. What animal would you turn into? Like what animal would you want to turn into?
Oh, great question.
What animal do you think you would turn into? Are they the same thing?
I think I would perfect world monkey. Probably actually cat.
Yes. Yeah.
Like lazy house cat, probably.
Oh my God.
That's what's probably truly inside me.
Yeah. I think I'd be like I think what's inside me is truly an outdoor cat that is the little feral.
Okay. Sure.
But it's like a weak outdoor cat gonna like I mean there's one like peeing on my, outdoor mat right now, like that cat. I think, like, I see that
from
cat.
a couple different people in the neighborhood. Yeah.
Yeah. It like is like scared and has like, like it's just all the time. I'm like, you're me. I would love though to be like being a wolf. I see the appeal of like teeth and like running fast
Packs?
and things like that.
Who doesn't want a pack?
Yeah. And it's like, they all like, they all get along. Like, it's like, there's this, like, there is a pack mentality. There is, like, respect amongst the pack, like, you're not on your own, going through trash cans to find food.
Yeah.
Like what I would be. What is it about a monkey that is appealing to you?
It just seems like they have a lot of fun. Kind of genetically similar to humans. So, like, sure. I could, I wouldn't have to, like, learn to be a quadruped or something.
Oh, good point.
And prehensile tail and feet seems really fun to me.
Yeah, that's convenient. Yeah, absolutely.
Fruit.
Yeah. Okay. So they have this like wonderful day at Walmart and or whatever. And he finally says, you know what? I'll do it.
Right.
I'm going to be Rudolph.
Mm-hmm. Huge moment. I was kind of unclear on why he was changing his mind there. It seems like he kind of like, oh, well, it's the time in the book where I changed my mind. So he just
That's
kind of
exactly it. It was like, oh, we're 70% in, you know, okay, this is when you
But if anyone laughs at me, I'm gonna stick a knife in their eye.
I have a theory. He wanted to be Rudolph the whole time.
You might be right.
He might be right. He was like, being Rudolph is like the number one thing. It's too much of a dream come true. I don't want it.
Yeah, sometimes we're afraid to get what we want, and when it's there, we sometimes have a hard time taking it. Yeah, maybe that's the commentary here.
I think so. Yeah. Because when he is Rudolph in the parade, he loves it.
He's loving it. He's having a great time. Yeah. Got eight of his buddies backing him up.
Mm-hmm. I thought that was an interesting surprise because I thought it was going to be like, oh, like he'd be like walking in the parade and he sees like Reed or whoever like laugh at him and it's like no big deal. But it ends up being like, he's like, I love making people happy. This is the best feeling I've ever had. And it's like, whoa. He does like a huge character growth in a page and a half.
Yeah. Yes. He's on quite a journey.
He really does. And,
all it takes is one Christmas sometimes, one special Christmas, and everything changes.
It truly is because like by the end, well, we have to talk about when Malcolm returns, but by the end, like he's in love with her. Like they've known each other for 3 days. But he says, I love you at the end. And they're like, by New Year's, they're a family.
And like wants to be, a father to the kid. Like, and and I don't know if we're here yet.
We're not here. Yeah.
But there are the kind of 2 sex scenes. Mm-hmm. And one of them is just him going down on her.
Yes.
And then leaving.
Yes.
And like as a kind of a gesture toward like, now you can trust me. Mm-hmm. I want you to know I'm here for you. Mm-hmm. I'm not just one of those sex guys.
Exactly. He's not just here for a wham bam, thank you, man, like he usually is, which I'm assuming he usually is. Like I assume like based on this guy wearing like, hair metal shirts and, being sexy, he's just like been, just goes through women each night, you know.
And again, maybe in a longer version of this or, in an extended kind of universe tale, we can hear him, just about him plowing his way through town.
Exactly.
All the shapeshifters, the crane woman, the the baboon gal.
I just like like a baboon comes up and it's just like, watch him, and then just like scrambles away.
Keep an eye on that one. He'll tell you sweet tales. He will.
And then that's like and gallops off.
Right.
So yeah, I did like that scene. I mean, it's not something that like me personally as a person like needed, but I thought in terms of this book for the characters, for what he's trying to prove, what she wants. Yeah, I thought it was sweet. Yeah,
I think I detected something I couldn't reconcile was like her saying like, no, I'm ready. Like, let's do it. I want, and him. So no, I'm not. And it kind of read to me as like he's afraid. Like it would have been too much for him emotionally.
I bet that could be it. Yeah.
But it I think it kind of came out as him saying like, I'm doing this for you. But maybe that's as far as he could have gone in the moment,
Yeah, and if he were like, and I think I would have liked that moment more if he was vulnerable like that, because like the way he makes it sound, it is like as sweet as it is, he's still controlling, he's still in charge,
he's like,
and
here's
that's
what
like,
we're doing.
Yeah, and that to me is like whatever. But if he were like So yeah, I think I took it the same way of like, oh, he was like too afraid to admit like, I'm really into you. I don't, but you know, this is, I need to take things slow.
Right.
You know, then I'd be like, he'd be like a better hero. But you know, he's a guy. What are you gonna do? And who's like telling their emotions to someone they just met? I don't. You know, so I get it.
Sometimes it takes years to open up to someone,
or ever. You know.
So yeah, sometimes never.
Yeah. So okay, so the parade happens, and so Malcolm has come to Kodiak Point,
right?
And he's here to, I don't know, kidnap Crystal and Gigi or something.
Yeah,
I don't know actually what he wants.
Yeah, he's just kind of an evil guy, and I think he's just there to kind of like menace them.
Right. Yeah. So, like, he kind of like kidnaps Gigi, and then this is when we have our big action sequence of like she becomes her cougar, he becomes a caribou, but like angry this time.
Right.
Like, or he's always been a caribou. Like because he was the caribou for whatever. He stays a caribou, but now he's like a caribou.
Yeah, a caribou that means business. This isn't a parade caribou. This is a caribou that takes care of business.
Yeah, you don't want to mess with this caribou.
You're gonna get the antlers if you mess with the bull. Anyway. Here's a funny. So yes, in terms of what they look like and how human they are, they mentioned several times once they've shifted and are like galloping, running through the forest to save Gigi. They mentioned several times that Crystal, although a cougar, is still wearing a thong.
This has kept me up at night, and it's going to keep me up at night for the rest of my life.
Right. Yes. What do they mean? How does that happen? Where does the tail go? I mean, maybe if you're a shifter, you have special clothing made that, you know, morphs when you morph. Maybe I don't know. We're in a magic world. Maybe you just have magic underwear that like becomes the underwear you need at the moment.
But then why isn't he wearing magic underwear? Because he's completely naked.
He's
you
totally
know what I mean?
naked, and she's. But the thong is kind of turning him on. Like he mentioned several times, like, oh, if you know we have a business to take care of, and that thong's staring at me, how am I supposed to do anything with that thong? The guy loves the things. This guy's Cisco over here with how much he's obsessed with this thong.
It is insane because it's like he loves thongs so much.
He loves thongs.
He finds it attractive to see a cougar, a non-human in a thong. He's like, damn. And then it's like there's a little girl that's like
about to be shot. A little girl with a gun to her head. Yes.
And the fact that like what would you do if you were just like you saw a cougar in full force, like going after someone, but they have like a red thong? Like, I don't know.
It's such an insane image.
Yes. And I'm going to be thinking about that for the rest of my life.
But then that was kind of that kind of led me back to thinking like, oh, maybe they are basically humanoid. Maybe it like when you watch like those old black and white Wolfman movies, like it's just his face gets wolfy and his body and so I guess if that was the transformation, she would just have like a cat face, but also then why would her clothes come off? I don't. Okay, never mind.
It's very
talked myself out of this explanation
because like in this world, like shifters are like in like canon of romances of like paranormal romance and paranormal fantasy. I'm pretty sure like being a shifter means you are a human and you shift full force into like full body into another animal. And I don't know, like it is interesting to think like, oh well, are these animals kind of different? If so, like that would need to be, you know what I mean? Because in my brain, I think shifter, I think like, okay, you know, that they become whatever they become, kind of like what's his face in True Blood, you know, like it's like he becomes a wolf, you know. Yeah.
But yes, the thong thing, is wild. They do not let it go. It gets brought up many, many times.
No, yeah. It was great.
Yeah.
great.
But then they do finally get to Malcolm.
Yes.
And do like a team takedown.
They do a team takedown. It was a really triumphant moment. Like, first, like, you see her be a badass because, you know, it's like, okay, she's finally, like, shifting in her cougar. I would like to have seen her be a cougar before. That's okay.
Sure.
You know, it's fine. They're, like, working together, teamwork, blah, blah, blah. She, like, you know, like, stops him. And then Gigi, like, he's, like, holding her at, like, hostage. And Gigi bites him, like, fierily.
Right.
And I thought that was, like, pretty cool.
Yeah,
That's
totally.
Cool.
And that also got me kind of wondering. I'm like, oh, what is she? When is she going to turn? When do they turn? So, yeah, that kind of brought up more lore questions for me. But, yeah, it was nice that she got a little moment and it wasn't. Yeah, it's not a completely like the women are helpless and the masculine Caribou steps in and does all the work.
Exactly. Yeah, it was a very, yeah. But then the way he kills Malcolm was, to me, I guess I just don't have enough Caribou experience. He impales, I think, Malcolm with his antlers. Like, he jams his antlers into Malcolm.
I guess so. Yeah, I think so too. I'm a little fuzzy on that part. I did read it a little bit ago, but yes, I think it is an impaling on the antlers.
That to me feels horrific.
Yeah.
Like,
totally.
Did he just, like, like, impale him, and then, like, he, like, lift him up. He, like, I pictured him lifting his head, like, he lifts up his chin.
Right.
And so then you have, like, the dead Malcolm, like, dangling on his antlers, and then he, like, chucks the body.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is insane.
Totally. Yeah, really, really gory, really grim. Yeah, a lot of tones in this book. If you like tone volume, this book is for you.
Yeah, I agree. One thing I really liked was when, this is back to the parade, but like when he was like so nervous and it was like they were like trying to make the tension, and it was like he was wearing jingle bells or whatever, and he's like it was like step, jingle, step, jangle.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's
just kind of jumping around here. A lot of tongue imagery in this. A lot of I think he says something about how he's gonna like make her read Braille on his tongue or something like that. Did you get that
I did.
Metaphor simile?
You know, I didn't. I mean, like, I mean, I read it.
Yes, right. I mean, I don't expect you to have understood it.
I didn't understand it.
No.
Yeah, like there were just like a lot of things like in here that I was just like, I don't think I felt like there were things like, oh, she's gonna like things like she's gonna blow the roof off of this. Oh, speaking of blowing, she can't wait to blow him. And I just like my brain for some reason was like, wait a minute. Like it was hard for me to like make that connection. Sure. You know what I mean? And it was like, oh, okay. Like, and then there was like times where it was like, there's a time when like he's like, I'm gonna like kill that fucker or whatever. He says something in his brain, you know, that rhymes, and then it says, I'm a poet and I don't even know it.
Oh, is it something like, I wrote down, Buck, I'm gonna kill that fuck.
That's it.
Is this,
yes.
Okay, I forget what that was in reference to. Maybe he's talking about like bucking with his horns. Anyway.
Yeah, I thought like he was so like I thought like this is the moment he's like just about to impale Malcolm and he's rhyming in his head and feels really badass about it.
He's loving it. Yeah.
I love that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, maybe this is also kind of about someone discovering their creative side. You know, this is a guy, he's in the military. I don't know, he probably doesn't necessarily nurture your creative side, but then he's performing, he's acting on this big stage, and then and then he gets to do fun wordplay while he murders someone.
Exactly. Yeah, it's really about like finding your voice, finding yourself.
Voice. Yes.
I did think, even though like everything else in this book felt like it was quick, you know, like, you know, just it felt quick. I did think that the sex scenes were well written. I enjoyed all of the detail that went into it. Like Absolutely. I really think like, oh, this is where like maybe more thought was put into. I don't know.
Yeah, right. Because it does seem like some things are kind of rushed through. Okay, it's like with the missions stuff, right? Like it is this thing that comes in halfway through, but apparently is a huge part of who he is.
Yes,
but he just hasn't been doing it for a while, and is randomly starting to do it again.
Mm-hmm.
There is there's a wild last scene to this where they are like having Christmas morning. It really describes their Christmas morning for a while.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And there's something where there's this broken Santa toy.
Mm-hmm.
And he says something like, "Is that thing broken?" And she's like, "Oh, that thing hasn't worked like since my dad died."
Mm-hmm.
So we're just getting some random backstory here.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then at the end, when Gigi gets a present that neither of them bought. So, by the way, in this world, Santa is real.
Santa is real.
The Santa toy comes to life at the end, which, you know, I understand this is like, oh, it's the spirit of Christmas. It's her father communicating with them somehow. It's Santa sending a message.
I will not communicate with you until you find a caribou to marry.
Yeah. Get a caribou to come inside you, and then I will reveal myself through the Santa toy.
And then I'll acknowledge you as my daughter.
And I don't want to note this thing to death, but
Of course.
do you, if you think of this Santa thing on page 105,
Mm-hmm.
do you not just go back during your polish and add the Santa earlier in the story so
Yes.
it doesn't like whiplash come in at the end? It's like, oh, here's my dad's Santa thing that doesn't work, and now it does because of his ghost or something.
Yes. Like when it was like by the time the Santa thing is first brought up, it was so late in the book, but the detail around it, I was like, oh, okay, then in the end this is gonna like he's gonna fix it or it's gonna come a lot or like that's I thought he was gonna fix it and be like, hey, by the way, I also
Oh yeah,
I fixed your heart, fixed your Santa, whatever.
Not only did I download you an app so we can watch all of Yellowstone, but I have also
fixed this
fixed
Santa
this Santa
thing.
and therefore fixed, well, you know, whatever.
Right. Yeah. It does. So it did. But like at that point when I read it, I was like, oh, this is the book. Do you know what I mean? Like I was like, oh, so much. Like we had the missions and this and that and things coming in random. I'm like, by the time Santa came in, I was like, yeah, sure, Santa.
But to your point that these sex scenes are so meticulous and lovingly done and well done.
Yeah.
It's like could we put 5% of that effort into the plotting of this?
Sure.
I think the answer is no, and who cares?
Oh, 100%. I loved everything about this book. Like
Sure.
I like
Yeah. Oh no.
Like,
I reviewed this on Goodreads. 5 stars.
oh, it
0
has
notes.
5 stars. If you're following me on 5 stars,
Yeah.
you know, or on Goodreads, 5 stars, 100%. But yes, like there's like I feel like there's like a balance. Like if this thing is erotica and it's like aim is to turn people on or whatever, it's like maybe get to the sex scene sooner because they're so well written. Like maybe they have more intimacy before, you know, whatever. And then it's like, I don't know. But it just felt like rush. Great sex scenes. By the way, Santa's real, the end.
Yeah. And Santa's real.
Yeah.
And maybe it's been her dad's ghost this whole time.
I don't know. But that was wild. What did you need the thing of Santa being real at the end of this book? Because like I was like, I didn't need it.
No. It's somehow like weird, like in a weird way crazier than the other stuff in the book. Like I'm like, huh?
Yes.
Wait.
Yeah.
And it's in a world where they did know what they bought Gigi for Christmas. And then there was just this mystery present. So Santa isn't always real, but occasionally he'll come down to surprise one special child.
I was blown away. Like I was like, okay, I'm an adult. You know what I mean? Like I read this, like when I finished, I was like, I'm an adult. I didn't need this nice. I'm glad she got what she wanted though.
Yeah, sure.
Great that she got what she wanted. Christmas is great. I loved it. They have a fun little New Year's Eve epilogue, which was sweet. You know, it ends with like they're having sex and instead of hanging out with like all the other animals. And he's like, he starts his missions over every year, and so he was like, mission 1, protect my family. And I was like, yeah, protect your family.
Protect your family. That's all That's all any of us can do. Protect our family, found or otherwise.
I think that every night, like me and this feral cat outside,
Yes.
family,
We're protecting each other.
we protect each other.
Yes. I got your back.
Yes.
Feral cat.
I like, as silly as this book was, I loved it. Do you want to give me your final thoughts on a rating? Now, for this rating, I was thinking we could rate this based on broken Santa dolls.
Yes.
1 out of 5 broken Santa dolls means like you hated it. 5 out of 5 broken Santa dolls means you loved it. Final thoughts, anything else you want to share, and your rating.
Yes. Let me look at my notes here real quick. Anything I didn't mention? Yeah. I mean, I think they worth mentioning that they really make a big deal out of the fact that he comes inside her. That's a big thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Worth mentioning. I think they phrase it. He's claiming her like a ring.
Yes.
So that's the, I guess it's like an engagement ring, but one that you blast into someone.
Yeah, it's really romantic.
Very romantic.
Well, it's really interesting because, like, in these books that are longer, like, there's the idea of, like, mates, you know, like, fated mates.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, there's this, like, magical thing when you find your mate, and it's like, whoever it is, that's your mate. And it's like, oh, they forgot to put that lore in there, you know?
Yeah.
Like, but then in my head, I'm like, okay, they're mated. Yeah, okay, got it, yeah.
Yeah, so I have quibbles. I have thoughts. I would have notes, but honestly, like, Becky, you're a writer. You don't take every note that someone gives you. It could just be that they have a fundamental misunderstanding of what you're trying to do. So I think
of course,
maybe me saying, like, can we put Santa earlier? Can we explain some of the shape shifting a little more? Maybe that is just me not having an understanding of this author's vision. And they are clearly very successful at this. They have written 9,000 books. If you go on Eve Langlais' website, they have 9,000 books in as many genres.
Yes.
So, so good on Eve. We should all be so prolific. Yes, I have quibbles, but I was rapt the whole time. I was loving it. It put me in the Christmas spirit. It's the perfect holiday read. It's hot. It's cute. It's confusing. 5 out of 5 broken Santas.
Yes. I give it the same thing. I loved 5 out of 5 broken Santas. I loved every second of it. I'll just reiterate what you said. It was hot. It was sweet. And, like, you know, I wish there, like, around this time of year when you have the Lifetime and Hallmark movies, like, sometimes I'm like, I wish they would take a cue from, like, these kinds of books, you know, and just, like, show sex or animals. I don't know, but, like,
it can't all just be big city women moving to small towns and meeting local hunks.
Thank you. There's so much fun to be had, and it just, like, really goes to show you, like, you know, no matter who you are, you all deserve a Merry Christmas. You know,
exactly. Merry Christmas to everyone out there. To shifters. To MILFs,
to Malcolm,
to Malcolm, to even cranky old Malcolm.
Yeah, I hope he has a Merry Christmas as well.
I do too. If Scrooge can change his mind, so can Malcolm.
That, and I can't wait for that sequel. Yeah, but you know, maybe he's not. If Santa's real and people shift to animals, he could come back.
He could come back.
Yeah. Speaking of coming back, Jordan. Yes. Always a pleasure having you. Oh my God.
Thank you so much.
This was
so much fun.
So much fun.
Yeah. This was a blast.
And yes, and congrats on the book and everything else. We are so excited for you.
Oh,
and
thank you. Thank you so much. Yes, I hope folks will check out Youth Group and give it a pre-order if they think it looks cool. I'm excited about it. It is not as hot as this. You know, it may have, again, it's YA, so it might have, it's flirty.
It has different like, listen, some books you read for hotness, other books you read because it's like a story with, you know, like like a fun adventure,
sure.
You know.
We all contain multitudes.
Exactly. Yes. Well, Jordan, thank you again. This was so much fun.
Yeah, thank you for having me. What a blast.
For links to today's book, you can check out the show notes or the episode page at tstlpodcast.com. You can also read my amazing poetic synopsis poem thingy over on the episode page as well. Too Stupid to Live is part of the Frolic Podcast Network. For more podcasts you'll love, visit frolic.media/podcasts. Thank you so much for listening and have a great rest of your day.
Want to live better?
We've got a lot of work to do.
Join Chris Hemsworth in National Geographic's new Disney Plus original series, Limitless. Live better now.
I'm diving headfirst into cutting-edge science to uncover 3 powerful secrets to living better right now. The growth that occurs through any challenging experience is really what we seek.
Chris Hemsworth stars in Limitless. Live better now. Now streaming on Disney Plus and Hulu.
It's showtime.